Hello and welcome back to the channel. On this rainy day here, I thought I wanted to share with you something else that's very, very important. This video is going to be interesting because we're going to be talking about some skills that your family should know in classes that they can take in these very difficult times that the world is facing. Okay. The things we're going to be going over, I think anyone could learn from these things. Anyone could take these classes, but these are classes that we've chosen to provide for our children. Whether you homeschool or whether you're trying to just supplement your children's education, these classes I'm going to share with you, you will find to be very, very useful and essential. Okay. So we're not just talking about stuff that they can just, typical things that kids learn in school. We're talking about things that are actually outside of what most public schools even deal with. I remember I was invited to a school board meeting years ago in a town where we used to live. And they were basically saying that so many classes have been just knocked out over the years that they're down to the very basics. And when I went over with them some of the classes that we teach or some of the classes that we actually learned when we were coming up, some of the very important classes like wood shop and metal shop and, things like that, even home economics. There were two kids that were with their parents who were at the meeting too, or two students, should I say, and they were so intrigued. They were hanging on every word like, wow, we would love to have classes like that, right? But the current state of our educational system is so very minimal, in my opinion. And it also depends on where you go to, that kids are thirsting for the right knowledge. So when I was mentioning these particular classes, those two young people that were there were very excited just to even hear about the possibility of them having something like that brought into their mix. So I'm going to get into some of the online classes that we have selected for our family, our children, so that you all can get access to this as well. There are a number of different platforms that have classes that they offer through online platforms, very well-rounded classes in many cases, and they're very affordable as well. So let me just get into some of these and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to go through a list of some of the classes that we've had our children involved in, and we're constantly adding more. Because it's just necessary, in my opinion, to supplement just their regular academic lessons and courses, right? And so some of the very first ones we had them doing were the herbalism classes, okay? Medicine making and things of that nature. These classes that they take online, they get a certificate of completion when they're done. But classes on herbs, that's so very important because a lot of people are getting sick these days. Y'all know why. So many things are going around, so many different diseases, and people are not taking care of themselves. Their immune system has been compromised, and overall people are just not eating or living healthy. So taking an herbalism class is a great class to take. It's very affordable. The platform that we use is Udemy, but there are so many others. You don't have to use the one that we use. There are so many others that teach very essential courses. There's Skillshare, Masterclass is, I see a lot of celebrities in that. Not to say that Masterclass doesn't have anything good and useful, but a lot of that deals with the entertainment industry as well. But I've seen those teaching gardening and things of that nature as well, and I think those are a little more expensive. Don't quote me on that. Just shop around. Masterclass has more than just entertainment things. They have other things too. I'm just trying to make a point that I see a lot of celebrities on that platform, but we're not going after celebrity and fanfare and things of that nature. What we are looking for is useful information. That's what we're going for. Some of the other classes that our children have used are the ultimate solar energy courses, okay, where they can learn how to do solar solar panels and things of that nature to provide it. They have several of those classes that it's so many on the platform, but we don't just get one in a particular category. Sometimes we'll get several. And so we also got the off-grid solar energy course, the ultimate off-grid solar energy course as well. Those are two different courses. But again, we feel that that's something very, very necessary because it's expensive to hire someone to do this. So if you're able to get your hands on the equipment, you can afford the equipment to purchase, you can save that extra cost by having the skill set to do it yourself. And these are great courses to have your young learners take. Okay, again, whether you're homeschooling or you're just supplementing their public or private education, these are great courses. Because of what we do, the type of business and ministry that we're in, we also have the film and video making classes as well, video production. That's one that's very interesting. Young people will love that because that helps to stir their creative juices anyway. So classes such as that are great. And then, of course, basic home electrical wiring and basic electrical wiring, things of that nature, basic and electrical engineering, house wiring, and safety. Those are three separate courses, but they're all dealing with the same topic, electrical wiring, right? We also did several carpentry courses for our children, plumbing courses. After Effects is another thing that deals with video editing and production and things of that nature. So that's another course. WordPress is dealing with building and maintaining websites. Okay. And of course, we have more than one herbalism class. Then, of course, some of the other ones are a little more, basic wire trees for beginners. That was more like a craft thing, but it's also a money-making thing for those who are able to learn that skill. Is awesome. My daughter Hannah made me this beautiful wire tree after taking that course, and I was, blessed and gifted with her very first creation. So I love that course as well. Okay, we also had a budget filmmaking class that we got for our students. Solar energy for beginners, that's another one. So we have several solar classes. The complete 2022 PV solar energy class, we got that one. The complete solar energy course for beginners to advanced. So several, more than just the ones. I'm going within our account here. It shows all the classes that are that we have currently in our our area back here that you can take, and you can always go back and rewatch them. It's not something that once you take the course, that's it. You can go back and rewatch these courses, take notes, in which that's one part of it that we have them do is to take notes, and we do a review and things of that nature on these particular things. So some other ones that I thought were awesome. Like I said, there are so many different classes that can be taken, not just the stuff that we are sharing with you here, but just type up something that you're interested in or your students are interested in, and just type it in the search and see if they offer any type of classes or courses in that particular category. And so we also have the basic survival concepts course, wilderness survival and awareness, then basic land navigation, how to find your way and not get lost. Okay, so if you go within the courses, I'm just reading you what's up, the screenshots of what's in our account here. But if you go within the course, it gives you the details of exactly what they will be covering. Okay, and again, once you are done with these courses, you do get a certificate of completion. Okay, so for instance, this course right here, this is one that we have, survival and emergency management in the wilderness. Once you take the course, they show you how long the courses are in terms of lengthwise, but they tell you what the courses are, who the instructor is. Okay, it says this course will help you do several things if you are new or at a basic level of skill in the outdoor environment. It will help you to understand survival priorities, build a basic survival kit, understand what items should be included and why, and how to use them, these items, in an emergency scenario. Then they go on to tell you what you'll learn. You should be able to intelligently build an emergency survival kit, and with practice and time in the dirt, understand the skills needed to help you to not only survive but be rescued, but to prioritize things better, and so with less frustration and confusion. Then it says, are there any course requirements or prerequisites? You will not need any knowledge of basic survival entering this course, and to complete this course you will need no kit. It is best to watch this course and attempt to replicate what you see after taking quizzes, so that you build a proper kit of items after being educated on what type of items to buy and who this course is for. And it says anyone who recreates in the outdoors and should consider this a necessary course to take. And so this is wilderness skills information, and the instructor teaches wilderness skills survival. And so that was just one of the courses, and again, going within the course, it tells you exactly what you're going to get out of the course. And so I'm going to go into the course that teaches about solar energy, everything that you need to know on solar energy. And so when you go within the course, they have a long description. And so I'm just going to go over just a little bit of it. But they are breaking down everything you're going to. It says, hi, solar enthusiasts. Welcome to the Complete Solar Energy course, the only course out there with everything you need to know on solar photovoltaic energy. I've seen plenty of other options for solar energy training, but this course is without a doubt the most comprehensive and effective in the marketplace. Let me tell you why. Okay, so then they go on to explain some of the things that you're going to learn. I can't read all of this stuff right now for you on the video. It's a lot here. It's a whole lot here. It's pretty long, but they are showing you everything that you need to understand and know about solar energy and how it works and how to do everything that's required, so that you don't have to go out here and pay some company tens of thousands of dollars possibly. Of course, there are some things that are, you don't have to pay as much if you're trying to get just something very basic. But say, for instance, you wanted to do a whole house powering. You don't want to have to pay somebody tens of thousands of dollars just in not equipment, but just for their service, right? We had gotten some quotes on solar energy for the whole house, and I'm telling you, it is off the charts. When we were looking up the materials required, we were like, okay, well, the materials are only going to cost this amount. So where is this price coming from, right? And so we figured it out that some companies are just deeply padding the pockets of the installers and the company itself. But one lady we spoke to locally, she told us about the equipment because they were selling theirs. I guess they were moving or whatever. But what she said was that her husband got on YouTube University before all these classes and things came out. Many years ago, her husband taught himself by just picking up tidbits of information here and there and books and things. But he taught himself how to install solar energy for their house. So they had a whole house system. And so that is what we are encouraging you all to do. We're encouraging you to go to some of these course platforms and dive into the many things that you can get into, not just the survival skills or the solar or the electrical or the plumbing or the carpentry. It's so much more. The herbs, so many different classes you can get into. As a matter of fact, we are looking for more because outside of regular academic classes that you teach your children, they also have things dealing with that too. Writing, how to write books and how to publish books. So many different things, so many different classes. So you never have to feel alone at this. But you as a parent, if you are going to use this for homeschooling purposes as a homeschool resource, you can prepare the lessons by giving them reviews after they take the course. You can help them to review the lesson to see what they've learned, and they can apply some of that learning as well. That's one thing we've been able to do. When we give them these courses, we also provide them with the materials that they use. Like for instance, with carpentry, they actually have projects that they do. My husband has bought them tools that they can use these tools to build things. One of our daughters have taken the WordPress class. She's used that to actually work on an actual website. You see, the metal class, using that to make actual things. We haven't really allowed them to do any electrical wiring or anything like that as of yet, but they watch my husband as he does wiring. You see, plumbing, they've worked on that as well. And so there is so much that you can learn in these courses. Of course, they haven't done a full-fledged plumbing anything. It's just something basic where they're actually helping my husband do things. But we have a really nice project lined up for them in carpentry that we hope to film and post once we are done. It's something that we want to allow them to do completely on their own. We do have some projects that they've done completely on their own, such as building a wall and stuff like that. But we haven't, a lot of things we haven't had the opportunity to upload and edit and all of that as of yet. But we're trying to get there, family. It takes time to do these things. That's why it would be great if there was someone who could specifically do editing, right? But when you're doing so many different things, it's not always possible. But I wanted to share this information with those of you who may be struggling to have different things that you have your children learning, whether they're homeschooled or you're trying to supplement what they already know. I think it's good to learn some of these very important skills for the future, because we just don't know where things are going to end up. 6 months to a year from now, who knows where things will be? Even further down the line, who knows what things will look like? So learning these skills right now while we have access to these skills at an affordable price is the way to go. And right now, the rain is tearing up again out there. It's been raining all day, y'all. It's been raining all day, and I am so thankful for the rain. Because if it was any colder, like I said in another video, if it was any colder, we would be in a literal blizzard. This would be a lot of snow coming down right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.